ways to strengthen your bones with exercise, but wondering if you're doing the right kinds of exercises or enough. Or are you a bit concerned about getting injured because you already have osteoporosis and you're worried that if you exercise too intensely or do things with poor form, you might get hurt? You might just be wondering what really builds bones in our 50s and 60s and 70s and beyond. You're in the right place. I'm Joan Craig, and I've helped hundreds of older adults align their bodies, build strength, and improve balance so that they can do what they love and what's important to them. And in this video, I'm going to share with you the 3 most important types of exercise you need to do to build bone strength at any age and any stage of life, plus 1 that you should not be doing if you already have a diagnosis of osteoporosis in your spine. The disclaimer, of course, please check with your doctor and your medical team before you start any new exercises so that you make sure you're making your best plan for your unique needs. Exercise number 1, this is really a type of exercise, is weight-bearing impact exercise. Weight-bearing simply means you are bearing your own weight on the earth. So it could be with your legs, in walking, hiking, dancing, anytime we have that impact with the earth. It could be with your arms, that you're bearing weight in a plank or a push-up or a downward facing dog pose in yoga. That's the weight-bearing piece. Impact has 3 levels: low impact, medium impact, and high impact. You're already likely familiar with low impact and high impact. Low impact simply means 1 foot stays on the ground. So even very brisk walking is a low impact activity. And this is usually what is most recommended if you do already have an osteoporosis diagnosis. That said, some people will be safe doing high impact exercises. That is something like jumping or leaping or running, in which there is an airborne phase. There's a part of the exercise, even if it's very short, in which both feet are not on the ground. Or I should say, neither foot is on the ground. Medium impact is something you probably haven't heard of. Stomping is an example of medium impact exercise. You could try it right now. Just pretend you're going to crush an aluminum can under your foot and stomp on the ground. This is relatively safe. 1 foot stays on the ground, which helps you balance, and you can't create as much impact as if you had jumped and left the ground and come back. So it's a nice middle ground and is considered fairly safe for people with osteoporosis. The second type of exercise is resistance exercise. Now this is the same thing as weightlifting or body weight exercises or working with bands, dumbbells, and even resistance machines. Now, I've worked in gyms for many years, and I've got to say that I do see many women skip this part. They like to go to Zumba class or go to yoga class or use the cardio machines, but they often skip lifting weights. Or the other side of that is that I saw many women in group exercise classes or even on the weight room floor just staying with the 3 and 5 pound weights forever. How do you know the right amount of resistance exercise? With anything, you should start slowly if you're not doing anything. But a good guideline is that if you do 12 to 15 repetitions of an exercise and you could keep going, you probably could go up in weight. So I encourage you to find that weight that you get tired and fatigued and it feels very difficult to do anymore at that 12 to 15 repetition mark. And then you can progress that down gradually until you're working with weights that make you feel that way between 8 and 12 repetitions. And then we know we're building muscle and we're also building bone. The third type of exercise that I think is absolutely crucial for anyone who is concerned about their bones is balance exercise. And I'll link to some other blog posts in which I explain and demonstrate some ideal balance exercises. But one of my main gripes with exercises that are often taught for senior citizens is that they often show static balance exercises, and static simply means not moving. We've got to make our balance exercises dynamic, and that means moving, because in real life, when your balance is challenged, it is because you are moving in a situation and you need to catch your balance while you're in motion. So those are the 3 types of exercise I feel are important for everyone who's concerned about their bones, men and women: weight-bearing impact, resistance, and balance. But let's cover the one exercise or group of exercises that you should not be doing. This is specifically if you have been diagnosed with osteoporosis in your lumbar spine or in anywhere in your spine. We know and we see that when people have osteoporotic fractures or they have poor posture, they begin to hunch, and that can happen in the lumbar or in the upper back. The risk is that if we do that too much, we can create those fractures in our spine. So if you have the diagnosis of osteoporosis in your spine, I do not recommend doing crunches or sit-ups or any exercise that creates a flexion in your spine, or an excessive flexion, I should say. In life, we're going to need to bend sometimes and come back up. Now, if you don't have osteoporosis, those motions are healthy. We, of course, want to balance them with exercises that strengthen us going the other way. So those are the 3 types of exercise to build bones, and 1 to be cautious of and wary of if you have osteoporosis. One more tip on that: if you are going to pick up something heavy, I think it's pretty much common knowledge we want to use our legs and not round our backs to do that. That's even more important if you do have osteoporosis. I hope this has been helpful. I would love to talk to you. You can leave a comment on this video and let me know what your concerns are or your questions are. I invite you to come see me at choosejoyfulhealth.com. I would love to help you stay strong and balanced and energized as you age so that you can do what's important to you. Peace.